Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here, and as you can see, the subject this time is of a curved building. So what we've done is put a building on a bend in the road. A few hints and tips that you might want to take away with you if you're thinking of building something like this. The rest of the video will be of how I went about making it from just one sheet of card. Please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of thing. There are lots of videos that I've already done and lots that I will do in the future. So click the notification bell and you'll be informed when they come up. So in the meantime, let's get on with this video and I will show you how I went about making it. Okay, let's make a start then. I thought I'd try something just a little bit different. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I want to incorporate the whole building and the roof all in one piece. So I can do that by marking out what I want, where the doors and windows and how high and wide everything should be. So I start off with the door, which is normally 2¼ inches tall. If you put a 1/35 scale person, then 2¼ inches is about the right height, which is what, 58 millimeters, something like that. Once you've got the height of the door and how wide you want the door, in this case it's a double width door, then you can work out where and how big your windows can be in situ to it. Okay, so it's once you've got the door, then the rest sort of falls into place. So I want this part of the building that wide, that bit that wide, that bit that wide. It's not going to be a 90-degree angle. It's not going to be a 90. Wait a minute. It's going to be a little shallower than that. So if that's 90 degrees, it's going to be a bit like that. So I've cut it from 2mm cardboard as usual. Again, if you can buy this, all well and good. If not, stick 3 pieces of ordinary packaging together and it will do the same job. So if I cut out the shape of the roof there and all the windows and doors, what I shall do then is mark out these fold lines here. Yeah, I think. Oh, and here. They will be the fold lines. I'll mark those out on that side of the card. Okay. Then with a sharp, once I've got the lines, with a sharp knife, I can cut a 90-degree groove either side of that line. As long as I don't go through the cardboard, it should be okay. That way, I should be able to bend into shape the whole building all in one go. He said, hopefully. So I'll do that and I'll come back and maybe have to make another video and start all over again. I don't know. So I'll see what happens. I'll do that, come back and let you know the consequence. So I cut out the shape of the building that I want, doors, windows, roof, all in one go. Then turned it over and cut a groove that side and a groove at that side. So I've got a 90-degree cut into the 2mm cardboard there, same there and the same along the top, so that when I fold all the pieces in, it becomes a building straight away. Isn't that fantastic? I honestly didn't think it would work, but it has, so I'm very pleased. Okay, so it saves fuffing about with roofs in a funny old shape like that. So I've got the shape of the building that I want. I can now, all I've got to do is put a hot melt glue in there to stick that in place, and I'm ready to go. I can start doing what I want to the building, which will be render and brick and well, all sorts of things. So the world is my oyster now. Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll start working on the outside of the building, and then set it with a path going round like so, and then a cobbled street in front. So I'll do a bit more to the building, come back and show you how I'm getting on. Quick update then. Glued everything all in place and everything looks well. I put this plinth around the bottom of the building like this, but cut away the bottom here so that when I put my, if I can find one, my small bricks in this area here, I can fill all that area there and there at the bottom, and I've also cut 2 pieces in the side corners there. So I'll put my bricks in there and use my red bricks there, and then fill in with grey grout for the mortar. So the bottom then will be red colour. I'll use the red grout then for the colour, and this side piece here, and the rest of it grey. And then just the roof. I've put some moulding around the windows just to make it look a little bit more interesting, but I think that's turned out quite well considering it was just one piece of card. So I'll carry on, do a bit more. I need to give it a coat of watered down wall filler first, so that when I add my bricks or grout colour, it will stick more readily. And the roof I will do the same as I did in my previous video, the corrugated paper that looks like tiles, Mediterranean tiles. Okay, I'll do all that, come back, and we'll see what it looks like then. Okay, so looking a bit better now. I stuck my bricks on in the 4 separate broken rendered areas. You can see the bricks there. Then I put some grey grout in between the bricks and let that dry, and then well, put it on, then take off the surface with a damp sponge, and then let that dry. Then went over with a red grout, and then with the roof and the bottom layer, and then a grey grout there. So no paint at all, not any paint, but it means that you can put this rough kind of render on, which you can't do with paint. So with the tile grout you can do that, but it all looks very nice and new now, so I need to make it look a little more weathered. So I shall mix some black paint with a lot of water, a very thin solution of black paint, and then go over the whole thing, which will darken it, and it will pick up these highlights also in the grout, hopefully, and then do something with the roof to make it look a little more weathered. So I'll do that, then it'll be ready for, well, with doors and windows, which I'll do last of all, and then I'll set it onto a diorama base with a road going round like so. Okay, so I'll be back in just a moment. So I gave it that coat of a black wash, if you like, very thin black paint. That darkened it down quite a bit, but then because this is tile grout, it feels like concrete, which is what it's supposed to look like. Then you can just take the top off with a bit of sandpaper, just to bring out that you don't even need to use white dry brushing. Just sandpaper over the top will bring out any highlights of well, that you need. Okay, so there's an old looking type of French street. We've got the whole lot there, and the same with the roof. By the time you put the black black wash on. It doesn't cover all of it. In fact, if you dab with a bit of tissue, then you just get black highlights, and makes it look quite realistic, I think. So what we need is a diorama base for it. So I've done what I normally do and make one out of cardboard. So very easy to make, same shape as the shape of the building. So I decided, well, I put the building on a piece of card and worked out the size of the path going around, and then from the path, then with the same radius there, came out to the road, which gave me the shape then of an exact width of road beyond the path. Am I making any sense? Probably not. Anyway, that's what I made. So what we need is a path. So that will go first. Then, as usual, I'll lay my grey grout in there and mark out, when it's dried off a bit, mark out my cobblestones. Then when that's done, then another one on the top. That will give me my rise up to the pavement. Okay, then when that's done, that can sit there with a path going all the way around. So that should look quite nice. Okay, so I'll do all my cobbling. Is a person that lays cobbles a cobbler? No. So I'll finish off my cobbling and my path. In fact, I'll finish the whole thing off, quite honestly. I think I've been going on a little bit too long. And put my building there, and that should be it. So I'll be back in a moment and show you the finished object. Okay, so project complete now. Finished my cobbled street, and doors and windows in, roof on, everything done as need be. I did the cobbled street. I spent a little bit more time. I don't know if you can see that. Put a layer of grey grout on, wait for it to dry, marked out my cobbles using the same compass point that I did the radius for the path. I did for the cobblestone as well. So we've got like a curved area around there. Yeah, I think it worked out okay. The windows, I didn't have any I normally use an acetate like I did in the door windows, but I didn't have any left for the for the windows, so I used a plastic bag. You know what you put your vegetables in the supermarket, and it worked out very well. They look okay, as good a glass as you could want. Cheaper than acetate. I won't buy that anymore. So we've got well, what would you call it, a curved street? I don't know, a bend. The trusty half track, and my trusty street lamp. Don't think I've got an infinite supply of street lamps. It's the same one that I rip off from the previous diorama and stick on another one. But if you need to know how to make a street lamp, please refer to my previous videos. Also, how to do a cobbled street, please refer again. And all I've used is a fairly small sheet of 2mm cardboard for the house. If you remember, it was just from one sheet of card. Some corrugated paper, some grey grout, some red grout, grey grout again there, and that's it. Even the base is just cardboard. So we're talking pennies, cents, probably not even $1 or £1. but you can make something reasonably realistic. I'll give you a closer look as well. I think it's fairly realistic. And of course, that's not the star of the show. The star of the show is your military vehicle, not this. I hasten to add. That's just something I made some time ago that just happens to fit in on a nice narrow road like this. If you've got a Sherman, I don't think my Sherman will even fit on there. Obviously, whatever military vehicle you've got, you would make the road wider for it. But for my purpose, then that's okay. Okay, that's another one done. Thank you very much for watching this. There will be many, many more. So please subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and it will automatically tell you when a new video comes along. And it doesn't cost any money. How wonderful is that? So again, thanks for watching. Comment in the section below if you have any questions or you have a go yourself. Other than that, thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, I wish you the very best of happy modelling.